Hello everyone and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. I just made my way back to this bonfire. I don't have enough to really level up much anyway, so let's continue through this area. I also want to check how many flame butterflies I have. 9. Okay, that's fairly decent, but actually I want to return to Majula anyway. I forgot I have a sublime bone dust. Seems like a waste not using it. And sadly I can only burn it at this specific bonfire. Yes, thank you. No, let me go to the gutter. This area is really annoying. I really dislike it. And my general goal is to spend as little time here as possible. Probably can't jump up there. Doesn't matter. Now that means I will be missing some items. I don't believe there's anything super cool. Okay, that's just a corpse. Yeah, as I said, I don't think there's anything really important that I'm missing. And I just have no taste for this area. I seem to recall something happening when you light all the torches in the place, but all of these, I don't know, they're not torches. What do you call them? Braziers? Braziers? I don't know. See, there's a word very much like that, which is slightly, well, it's kind of the long version of the word bra. Yeah. I keep getting them confused. I'm not sure if you even pronounce them differently, but anyway. Oh yeah, this bit. These pots contain corrosive stuff. So if you don't want to be corroded, try doing ranged attacks. I believe you need iron arrows. Some other types of arrows might work as well, but I know iron arrows do work. Normal wooden ones probably won't. I think they changed that for this game so that you can't just... whoa. So that there's some stuff that you want a bow, or that you probably want a bow for, that cannot be done with the cheapest arrow. You just have to buy slightly more expensive ones. And there's the Dark Pyromancy Flame. Oh yeah, there's another guy here. And another one. Ugh. I think that might have missed me, just about. The Dark Pyromancy Flame, as opposed to the normal one, I think by default it has slightly worse damage. But it gets a boost from how hollow you are. So the closer you are to going completely hollow, the stronger it gets. Since I usually spend my time human, there really isn't much point in me using it. I also still have the catering equipped. That's fully intentional. I have not forgotten to change it, for once. I mean, it's typical. I often forget to change rings. But just this once, it's not actually forgetting. It's there are a lot of drops around here, and the catering will allow me to perform those without taking too much damage. Oh yeah, beware of these statues. I'm not sure if I've really drawn attention to it. They spit poison, and if you take 2 hits, you're probably going to be poisoned. Like that. Now you can destroy them by just attacking them. I think this was not a trap. Yep. And they will only respawn when you actually reload the area properly. So that's a bunch of dead guys without any items on them. That's something I really dislike about this game as opposed to Demon Souls and to some extent Dark Souls 1. Okay. They really only have one type of corpse. I think there might be a female version of that, which basically has kind of something covering the chest, but that's about it. The corpses, especially in Demon Souls, were far more graphic, and I don't know, I feel they were better storytelling devices. Okay, let's get this dog thing. I mean, I call them dogs. Not sure what exactly they're meant to be. Not really looking like dogs, maybe kind of bear? I don't know. They are fairly slow and can easily be stun locked, so not too dangerous. You also just saw another annoying bit about this section. Drops can easily fall through the floor. And there's actually a few places in this game that have that issue. I'm not sure, somehow the way the platforms are coded. Oh, I'm poisoned. Ugh, ugh, ugh. It just causes them to be somehow not quite solid. And I don't know what exactly the reason is, but yeah. It is the way it is. Now, these guys here are a little stronger than the ones we fought before. They actually have weapons. And they have a sort of dark pine resins effect applied to their weapons. So, fairly nasty. No! And there I die. Oops. I did not see that that was an explodey guy soon enough. Oh well. Because I died, that means all the statues are actually back now. All the ones I broke. But hey, I have a ton of human effigies. There's no reason to not use them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did not see you coming. Apparently this bridge is solid enough for items to actually land on it. I can see you behind me, or maybe hear you behind me. Again, beware of the ones that carry weapons. They're buffed with a dark pine resin or similar effect, and actually do quite a bit of damage. Well, let's say they do more damage than the standard enemies around here, so you should keep that in mind, I guess. Okay, let's get the dog now. Should not be referencing that silly song. But yeah, as you can see, easily stun locked. And can drop aromatic ooze. Now, this is about where I died. Yeah, just over there. Okay. I might be able to get my souls back then. Notice how much damage that did even though I blocked. Which is largely due to the fact that I'm not blocking 100% dark damage. Okay, so that's how that's meant to go. It's not even that difficult an encounter, I just screwed it up quite badly. I don't know what's in here actually. Are these random insects? I believe they have a grab attack, so don't be grabbed by it. Oh. There you are. My corpsey corpse friends. No idea where they come from. Don't think there's anyone else in here. Looks fine, and I believe this is a safe trap, safe chest. Specifically not a trap. And in here you get the Wicked Eye Great Shield. I have no idea what that does. Just trying to avoid any surprises coming at me from behind, because we are going to fight more stuff in here. Pretty sure there's more than that, yeah. There's another guy with a weapon. Really do watch out for those. Now, I don't remember which of these is actually the ladder I want to go down, so I'm just going to pick one at random. It doesn't make a huge difference actually, but let's just pick this one. Okay, there's a guy here who's kind of doing something. Let's go down here next. Oh, that was nice. I just triggered this guy into exploding and then ran away. You want to be careful down here. There's a bunch of enemies, I think about 5. Or, okay, so that was 4. I think there's at least a 5th one. And you see how much damage that did? I think that might have been a counter hit, but as I said, do not underestimate these guys. The unarmed version is kind of pathetic. The ones with torches aren't that bad either. But the ones with darkness buffed weapons are a major pain. Funnily enough, they do give you somewhere around here a bunch of life gems, I believe. Or did I already pick them up? I did. Okay. I think it's about 20? I didn't actually look. And that's all I'm going to do in the gutter. There's some stuff in there that I just bypassed. I have no intention of actually dealing with that. I dislike the area quite a bit. But at least they give us a fragrant branch of yore, and we are about to encounter the somewhat more annoying Black Gulch. Do I have? I have about 34 fire arrows. That will do. Before I do anything, I will sit at the bonfire and travel to Majula. And take a sip of my, not coffee this time, cocoa. Another word I could never really work out how to pronounce, but I don't really need the coffee in the morning for any particular reason. I'm not caffeine addicted or anything like that, so the coffee is mostly just a habit, and this way my voice doesn't suffer as much, because I feel the coffee really doesn't... It kind of makes my voice more scratchy and raw. And I'm not a big fan of how that sounds. Excuse me. Now the reason I want firebombs will become obvious quite soon. This place has, as opposed to the poison... Well, it just has more aggressively poison spitting statues than we had in... don't want to fall down, I think. Yeah, much more aggressive poison spitting statues than we had in the gutter. I think they might do toxin? Oh, and a forlorn, yay. The annoying thing about this place is there is the Forlorn, and then there's 2 other NPC invasions, which are identical. Maybe not entirely identical, I guess, but close enough to identical where it doesn't matter. And it's really annoying that they put in pretty much the same encounter twice. Now, the funny thing is the Forlorn actually will get attacked by the statues as well. And he might very well kill me. I am not doing very much damage to him either. No, I don't want to fall down. Darn. Oh, that should have been a stun lock. Darn. Don't know why that last hit didn't actually do any damage. Because it looked like it should. Okay, that worked out nicely. He did not try the guard break thing. This. where he shoves your shield aside. He didn't try that. That usually tends to get me. Okay. Oh yeah, fire arrows, right, instead of the poison ones. These are tar pits. If you shoot a fire arrow into a tar pit, it's set on fire. If something happens to be lurking within the tar pits and waiting to ambush you, it will also take fire damage and slowly die. You can kind of see them in the background there as they get their death animation. They're tar elementals, at least that's what I call them. Might not be their official name, but then again, official names in this game are a little bit unofficial. And here's why I want firebombs. They are actually able to destroy these statues. You cannot do this with arrows. Firebombs work. I know spells work. Obviously, standard weapon attacks work. I am not sure exactly what does and doesn't work, but I can tell you arrows don't. And firebombs do. Firebombs can also be used to light these tar pits on fire, but I actually prefer to use arrows for that because they're more precise. And eventually these fires will burn out, by the way, so not to worry. Oi, just throw them correctly, please. Thank you. I don't think there's anything super valuable in here anyway, but yeah, show talent, great magic weapons. Weapon, rather. It's quite difficult to aim these firebombs correctly. The problem is that your angles, the angle you throw at, you don't have precise control over it. Depending on, you don't throw exactly where you look. It's more, if you look within a certain range of directions, you will get one specific angle. So if you move your camera slightly, it might be that your angle doesn't change at all, or it changes massively. And that makes it quite difficult to aim precisely with them. Okay, those fires will take a bit of time to burn down. And I do take some fire damage if I stand in it. And there we go. Fires are now beginning to burn out. That's nice. These statues, as well as the tar pits, will only respawn if I die here, or if I zone, by which I mean teleport to or from this area. Come on, I know I can hit that with a firebomb. I've done it. There we go. Yeah, wasting a few firebombs here, but that's okay. These things are scary looking. But they're not actually that dangerous. They are somewhat reminiscent of the, I don't know what they're called. They were very similar looking enemies in Izalith in Dark Souls 1. Well, similar behaving maybe, not similar looking. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, I did not mean to hit that guy. I mean to hit the statue here. Their major weakness is just the back part of their body here. Don't want to stand there for too long, because when he actually bursts out, he will deal some damage to you, even if you're standing right there. And I do not plan to summon Bashful Ray. We can also apparently summon Lone Hunter Schmidt. And we can drop down somewhere on the side, but I don't remember where exactly. Actually, there's 2 locations where we can drop down, but I'll probably check those when I have a torch. Yeah, let me just try going down further. Actually, since I'm here, I think a torch might actually help. Yeah, this is a safe drop. But I believe I would need the key, right? Yeah. So the thing to do now is to drop down even further. And now Woodland Child Victor attacks me. Well, that's smart of you, Victor. Oh yeah, I dislike this cave, by the way. Why? Because there's 2 giants in it. I'm not exactly sure I'm safe right here, so let me just roll past. Whoa! I said roll past, not roll into. This is where I want to be. Get the Ring of Giants +1, which is why you should not buy it from Gavilan. And you also get a somewhat decent opportunity to just pelt them with arrows. So let me switch back to poison. I think there's 2 of them, but there will be an additional one for every ally you have summoned. Because I know when I did this in co-op with a friend, there were 3 giants. And I think in single player there's only 2, and they are really annoying. Because as always in this game, multiple enemies at once make it far more difficult. It does not scale linearly, so having twice as many enemies will not make it twice as difficult. It will be far more than twice. Now this one is nicely standing still. They don't always do that. And there's the other one. Okay, I'll just wait for this poison to tick through and then poison him again. And this is easily the recommended way to do this. It's a nasty encounter. It's one of those bullshit, oh, we need the game to be difficult. Hey, let's put 2 of those big things in there. Encounters. That was enough to poison, okay. He does move much more, and they tend to move a little bit around like this, so I got lucky with the first one. They're usually a bit more difficult to snipe. But as you can see, quite easy. Well, doable, I guess. And you get the Soul of a Giant and the Forgotten Key. Now, both of these items are actually very important and valuable. Let me just see what's in this crate. Not crate. Pot. Oi. Attack the pot. I said attack the pot. Silly woman. Silver Talisman, okay. That's not as big of a deal as it is in Dark Souls 1. Oh yeah, the Soul of a Giant. Do not consume this. I'm not even sure if you can. Yes, you can, but do not. The soul of a giant who came to conquer Drengleich. Will the giant's resentment for the king be pacified in death or only emboldened? Can be used to acquire souls only. ... Do not use it to acquire souls. And this is the invader, by the way. Woodland Child Victor. Well, if you do what I did and jump down that ledge to get the Forgotten Key and the giants and such, you will be standing right here. If you jump down, you will be attacked by all the statues as well, and unlike him, you are not immune to poison. Now he has no way to get up here because he doesn't understand he would have to drop down down the sides. So he won't be able to attack you up here. You can either fight him on his terms, which is tedious, or you can do what I'm doing, kind of just cheese it. Now you should never be ashamed to cheese fights and to cheese encounters in this game. The game is cheesy to you, you can be cheesy to it. Anyway, the Forgotten Key actually opens that door, which we've come by. When I dropped down first, there was that locked door. That's what that opens. It opens a few other doors as well. I think there's 4 or 5 throughout the game. There's multiple doors that will be opened with that key anyway. Okay, let's spread the light. Might be a few others, but I believe those would be uninhabited. Okay, I think I might be safe if I drop down here now. Alright. Righto. Now this chest here is standing on a tar pit. And you would think, this being Dark Souls, oh, this is obviously going to be nastiness of some sort. It's not, actually. There's no trap at all. It's just a divine blessing. The reason why this is a divine blessing, or I think it is, it's quite easy to carelessly destroy this chest because you're careful, you expect a tar elemental in that, you have the trap behind it, which you might hit with a weapon that accidentally also clips the chest. It happens quite a bit that this chest gets destroyed accidentally, so they put an item in there which is kind of irrelevant if you lose it. Okay, now that we've done that, I can actually drop down here and open this gate. Door. I think it's more of a gate than a door. Now in here we will find an NPC. Hello, person.
Ah, look how far this undead has wandered. And a very fit undead you are. A bit too alive, but with a darkish shadow. Yet still unprepared for a deeper dark. And like every undead, you have no future. Oh my, don't mind me. I'm just talking amongst myself. But if you find the need for a truer dark, then meet again. We shall.
Okay, wonderful. You can meet this guy in 3 different locations. And after you've met him 3 times, so in each of his possible locations you need to have actually met him and talked to him. But yeah, after you've done that, he will allow you to join the something traverses of the dark, and some kind of dark covenant. And that will allow you to enter specific dungeons. Really, really tedious dungeons, by the way. And if you've beaten those dungeons, you get an encounter with him. Wait. Okay. It looked like the tar was still going. Well, the tar had replenished somehow, but no, this is not tar. This is just the burnt out remains of tar. Now there's a bonfire here, but there's also another place you can drop down. Just don't remember where it is. I'll need my torch in a moment. Oh yeah, for some reason they also put a guy in front of this bonfire that you need to fragrant branchify to be able to get to this secret bonfire. And I strongly suggest getting this bonfire. Now, what I'll do is I'll destroy the remainder of these statues. Should be doable without getting poisoned, but even if, I do have poison moss. Just waiting for it to tick down a bit. This statue is still intact, even though it's fallen down, they kind of still fire, so beware of that. Okie dokie, I think that's this area dealt with. Let's get the torch out again. Actually, it's kind of a waste, isn't it? I mean, not getting a torch out in general, just using a flame butterfly would be a waste, since I can just do this. Okay, now the question is, where do I want to fall? Or rather, not fall. No, I want to drop down somewhere. I just don't know where. This might be it. Yeah, this looks promising. Whew. Okay. Well, that was close, but it worked. Because through here we meet an old friend. Hello, Lucatiel.
Oh. You... My thoughts are very scattered.
I hope that wasn't too loud. I
What
just
is
kind of
this curse?
slightly banged my pop filter.
The question rings in my mind, but I haven't the focus to answer it. Loss frightens me no end. Loss of memory, loss of self. If I were told that by killing you I would be freed of this curse, then I would draw my sword without hesitation. I don't want to die. I want to exist. I would sacrifice anything at all for this. It shames me, but it is the truth. Sometimes I feel obsessed with this insignificant thing called self. But even so, I am compelled to preserve it. Am I wrong to feel so? Surely you do the same in my shoes. Maybe we're all cursed from the moment we're born. Sometimes I feel... maybe we're...
Okay. And that leads you up here, by the way. Now, I am not sure if we need to rest at a bonfire to make her summon sign appear, but I'll summon Lone Hunter Schmidt. I'll summon Bashful Ray, and I'll see if her summon sign has actually appeared. Yes, it has. Nice. And for this fight, I'll go back to the Silver Serpent Ring. Now, I've done quite a few videos on this, actually. Well, I've done a few videos. I do really enjoy mocking the bosses in this game. And one of the ways I tend to do that is by bringing a ton of NPCs with me. Now, this makes the boss fight harder. It doesn't really help making it easy, especially this fight. But hey, let's gangbang him. No idea why they did this bloodshot eye effect. Kind of pointless. And this is the Rotten. I hope I don't die, but I might. Now, unlike the fire that I made myself outside with the tar pits, this fire will actually hurt quite a bit, so it's best not to stand in it. Now, the boss is immune to fire. Well, he's immune to that fire effect. He's not immune to fire in general. Whoa. Well, that's a bad place for him to stand. He has maneuvered himself conveniently into a corner, and Bashful Ray is almost dead. Oh, that was nice. I think Lone Hunter Schmidt's actually ranged. Nice. Okay, Bashful Ray died, but who cares? Okay, this is just tedious. I can't really get to him while he's in the fire, or at least not easily, so... Come on, come out. There is an open area back here where you can find him, but... as long as he's standing there... Hey, Lucatiel also appears to be reasonably immune to the fire. Look at that, she's barely losing health even though she's standing in it. The fight doesn't always go this badly. The issue is that he's kind of not in a good position for me to attack him. I was going to show you that you can chop his hands off. Okay, you know what? You are coming out of that corner. Hey, maybe Lone Hunter Schmidt can range you to death. Oh, maybe not. I'll do it myself, thank you very much. I think if you chop one of his hands off, you can get a Pharaoh's Lockstone, and if you chop the other off, he just loses his sword arm for a bit. It grows back, obviously. I don't think that's anything really relevant. You should not try to get it anyway. Well, not before finishing up the area, basically. Because that's another one of the Great Souls. Again, a pretty big letdown, I find. Not really that well done. But hey, bonfire. And now we can return to Majula and level up a bit.
It is the...
And now there's only one Great Soul left, as far as I can remember. Which is, to my mind, also the most annoying one, but we'll get to that next time. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye!